9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Paranormal Nights podcast. I'm Stephen.
And I'm Andy.
Today we are going to introduce a new teammate, as well as our mascot Oreo again. So without further ado, here is Michaela.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So Michaela's just joined the team. So, there we go. Had to the chat wasn't there. So Michaela's just joined the team, so we thought we'd bring her on, introduce her, and about any experience that she's had and what she's bringing to the group. Got anything to add, Andy?
Nope.
Brilliant.
You stole it from me.
So, Michaela, what experience do you have in the paranormal field?
Well, I saw my first ghost when I was 6. So it's sort of been like a lifelong kind of thing. I started like kind of investigating with my friend when we're both like teenagers. We haven't really done like, any like formal investigations, like there's like her house, which was extremely haunted. A few bars are extremely haunted, a couple of old churches, caught a lot of EVPs.
You did say that your favourite thing to use is the digital recorders.
Yeah, 100%. It's just, if you're sitting in a completely silent room and you're recording and you hear a voice on that, like there's just no way to explain that, so yeah, it's my favorite form of catching evidence. For sure.
Well, the dead talk more than Andy, so
That's true. I'm normally behind the camera. I'm not normally in camera.
yeah, even though this was his idea.
It's always the skeptics.
It was. I was so you were like, oh, should we do a podcast? And I was like, nah, we won't do a podcast. And then you got Lynn to gang up on me and then got me to host the thing.
Of course.
You are the boss.
Only in title. So I believe Michaela was the one that put me on to our next investigation, which will be the Burnett Arms Inn, the Burnett Arms Hotel. Hopefully, middle of November. But I will have a concrete date on Monday.
Perfect.
Good.
Granted, I have said this for the past 2 weeks, so
That's that time of year. Everybody's busy. It's hard to kind of like nail down dates for this kind of stuff, right?
yes. Somebody hired, but didn't follow my instructions.
This is where we hear ourselves like 5 times again.
Yep. Oh, it's Adam. Hi, Adam. Adam Ramos. I have been on his podcast a handful of times, so at some point it would be good if we could get Adam on. So, but yes, it was Adam. Go on my page, follow my instructions so that your name comes up.
That's I'm told.
Well, you weren't. Sorry. Oh.
As I say, we don't know what you're on about. Ah, okay.
I can barely get Andy to talk for 5 minutes, let alone 3 hours.
What do you mean 5? Like, it's more like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I have to squeeze the "I'm Andy" out of you. So
Exactly. I don't talk. Leave me alone. Bully.
So, Michaela was the one that led us to the Burnt Arms Inn. Oh, keep saying inn. Why do I keep the Burnt Arms Hotel? And because you used to work there.
I did. I worked there for a couple of years and had a few experiences there. Everybody I worked with there all had their own experiences. It was very active.
So I'm looking forward to going in and seeing what we get.
Me too.
And we'll see what follows Andy home this time.
Hopefully nothing. I mean, they seem quite comfortable there, like that's their home. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
You leave Thomas alone.
And Andy's a magnet for people to just follow him. I believe that's Adam again. So yeah, I'll let you know. So, is there any other locations that stick out? Aimed at Michaela.
What that I've done?
Well,
You need to kind of say, well, Michaela, is there any other locations that stand out?
yeah,
Not
like,
just any other locations.
nothing.
Probably the most active location I've ever done is the Crown Inn here in Keith.
Okay.
I've every time I've gone there, I've gotten incredible evidence from them down there. It used to be owned by the people who now own the Burnet, so you'd be able to ask them about the stuff they used to experience down there because they used to live above the Crown. So
Okay.
they used to hear all sorts after hours and everything. So yeah, I know that one of them's called Alistair. Like he told me that, got that on an EVP, and I think another one's maybe called Harry.
Okay.
So yeah, we got good stuff there. There was like, you know, those I'm really not sure what they're called. You know, when you have to like get the metal round the little, you know, you can't let the metal
Yes.
touch one of those little games.
Yes.
Yeah, one of those. We had them in the bar one night, and it was in the kitchen, which was like through a door and through another door. It was sitting in the kitchen, and we were doing an EVP session, and that went off. And two of my friends that were with me, they went to see, you know, if there was anything that could have set that off. They couldn't see anything. You know, it was sitting so solid by itself, nothing. And I asked, you know, if that was, you know, like Alistair, like, you know, was that you? Like, and yeah, just this really solid, clear yes, like totally just admitted to it. So it was awesome.
Who owns it now?
I'm honestly not 100% sure. It's changed hands a few times. It was somebody called Emma that had it for a few years.
Okay.
But then it went up for sale. I think it was a couple of years ago because like it wasn't doing well with like, you know, COVID and stuff. I'm not 100% sure who has it now, but I can try and find out because there was word it was going to be turned into like a cocktail bar or something, and I just know that the energy that's there would not appreciate that being turned into a cocktail bar at all.
Yeah. Wait till we get to Krakatoa.
They're very strongly opinionated.
Are they?
Well, just, you know, spirits in general that are attached to places, you know, like
Yeah.
Krakatoa, you know, like they have opinions, they will let you know.
Give me a second. Adam. Hi, Adam.
Steven, turn it down.
Give me a second.
I don't want to hear it twice.
Oh, it's Fee. Hello, Fee. Fee is what was one of the ones that came up with the name Friends of the Other Side. So
Oh, nice. It's a nice name. I do like that.
yes. Well, that's what we were going for, that sort of mentality. You know, we were
Yeah.
we were considering going for the pure fucking Scottish paranormal, but
You leave me alone.
That's
It's
not
just a
so
heads up so
easily
folk can understand me. It's just so folk can.
yep, because they're certainly not going to know what you're saying from the subtitles.
No.
Oh, if you want to laugh, go watch a podcast with Andy in it and see what nonsense it thinks he's saying.
So, Stephen, what's a place you would like to do at some point in the future?
Edinburgh Kirk is the Greyfriars Kirkyard, and the dungeons. I would love to do, but if you know, I would say the Kirkyard we might be able to get if I wrangle it right. The dungeons we might get, but it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Naturally.
So, what about yourself, Michaela?
Edinburgh would be cool. A lot of history there. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. Maybe the Toll Booth Museum in Aberdeen.
I
Heard a
have
lot
been
about
trying to get that, but it's temporarily closed. And it's been
Okay.
temporarily closed since COVID.
Ah. So you'd think that would be the perfect time to let in a team of people who want to talk to their ghosts. But
Oh, that's Donna. She's a paranormal investigator from Toronto.
Cool.
across the seas.
But yeah, I keep trying to get the toll booth, but the problem is, once again, in order to try and get it, I have to get in touch with the council, and the council, trying to get anything from the council is,
Like finding
Yeah.
his teeth.
yeah. It's insane.
Well, I have hope in abundance, so fingers crossed.
Well, but no, I'll keep looking into it and seeing if we get anything.
What about you, Andy? Where do you want to go?
There's only really one place, but Stephen is trying to get it already, but it's hard. And that's the Peterhead Prison Museum.
Mm,
I reckon that would be a good place.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
Obviously, hundreds of years of people being locked up and the amount of stuff that's going on there.
hmm
I think it could be pretty interesting.
Definitely.
So that's one place we have tried, but it's quite hard to get in.
Tracks for a prison. Right?
but I've tried getting it. I will try again. The problem is Alexander Geddes, the person who I have to speak to. He's very elusive. What I'll do is
That'd be like 5e Castle and stuff like that.
well, I had Fifey Castle and Craigiver Castle booked. I had them booked, and 24 hours before Fifey Castle, I phoned up just because, just a courtesy of saying, oh, definitely coming, get yourself sorted, prepared.
hmm
And our problem was, and they basically turned around and went, they got a email from head office and they wanted hundreds of pounds, and they wanted us to have £5 million liability insurance.
What? That's got to be a joke.
There is a few castles we could try, though, that are run by Historic Scotland instead.
Okay.
For example, Stirling Castle, that's run by Historic. I know most of the staff there. They're pretty good. Got them there every 2 weeks, so yeah.
So Stirling Castle.
It gets boring after a while.
Well, you go
When
there.
you're sitting there for 3 hours at a time every 2 weeks, it gets boring.
Yeah, but would it be boring at night after dark when there's nobody else there?
No, I reckon I'll just fall over a few times. It's all cobbles. I don't walk on them. But no, we can look into some historic Scotland sites.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe it's Historic that's got Dunnottar as well.
Oh, Dunnottar would be cool.
You could try Elan Donnan. They would probably want something for it. It's up near the Kyle of Lochaush.
Okay.
On the way to the Isle of Skye. Most photographed castle in Scotland. It was also featured in Highlander, and
Oh,
it is originally from the 15th century, I believe it is.
Okay.
love that.
It had Spanish Armada, French, and everything there having battles. It was a Jacobite stronghold and stuff, so there's been a lot of death there. But it would just be a really nice place.
Yeah. That's still Donna. Just, well, I mean, when we do our investigations, we record and take pictures. So,
I take it there's no way of putting pictures on this just now.
yeah, I believe there is.
Tell me how.
Um, yeah, if you go to design, you can add pictures. I think is it. See,
Give me a second, because I can't do that. So
let's not let's let's not do this in the middle of a podcast. We should.
okay, we'll have it set up for next time.
Yeah,
I was going to send you a photo of Elon Donnan.
but we'll sort that. So,
Yeah.
is that the mass relay from Mass Effect on your arm?
It is. Destroy ending all the way.
Oh, that so much controversy on that ending.
I know. I know.
It's a, I think that's going over Andy's head. I don't think he played Mass Effect. So, basically, it was a trilogy all about choice, and at the very end, it took away any choice. Well, they gave us 3 choices, all of which did exactly the same pissing thing.
Nice. Sounds like life.
We don't talk about the endings.
Well, 4's coming. Have you seen the trailer for 4?
I have, but some would argue that Andromeda was the 4th one.
No, I think Andromeda's set like oh, it could be actually. I suppose if you think, because Liara could live to 1,000.
That's true.
Let's not talk about Mass Effect on a Paranormal podcast. Sorry,
Yeah, it's a completely different genre.
Stop losing the will to live. But no, but no. On Monday, I will phone the Burn at Arms Hotel and see if I can confirm that for the 14th.
Yeah, that's good.
And then if they say yes, I'll phone Kenneth and get them for the 24th. If the Burn at Arms and say, oh no, we can't manage the 14th, what I'll try to do is swap them.
Yep.
Okay,
So we'll do. I'll try doing Kenneth on the 14th, and then the Burn at Arms on the 24th. What's your thoughts on that?
6 and 2 3s.
Yeah, that'd be fine by me. Either way.
Okay, brilliant.
Stephen, who is asking a question in the chat?
Oh, we've had a few chats. What's this?
Shut up.
Oh, wait, later to shit. I'm guessing that's done as well. Facebook.
That's quite a good question. So, Michaela,
Oh, Donna.
can you see the question that's on chat?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to answer this.
Me or Stephen? Me?
Yourself, yes?
Okay, no, I've never experienced shadows follow me. I've seen a couple of apparitions, but nothing like full-bodied or anything.
Okay.
I caught a shadow figure on a static camera, but never saw anything. Physically saw anything with my eyes. So
Andy, you were the one
No.
with the attachment.
No, Stephen will back me up on this one. Like, after Kenneth, it was a bit weird for a few days after that. Let's put it this way: I've changed my phone twice, and my partner will back this one up. Today, I put my phone on the mount in the car, absolutely fine, and then within like 10 seconds, it was about to do an emergency phone call. You know how iPhones have got that feature where it does an emergency call? It was about to do that, and then I would try and type something to Steven, and my phone would just kind of freeze or turn itself off and all this sort of stuff. It was really weird. Still does it to this day. And that's
So
only been since Kenneth.
no shadows, just a lot of technical interference.
Yeah.
oh, hi Rose. Thank you, and thank you for joining us.
Hello. Ow. Sorry, dog.
We've caught orbs. At Kenneth, I had my EMF out, and we were recording with our phones, and we saw an orb float towards the EMF, and the EMF went off. Like, there was a flutter on the EMF, and the temperature went down, and then another orb did exactly the same thing, and the temperature went down even further. I think it went down 1.2 in a matter of a second.
That's cool.
Ignore the camera.
No, Oreo's here. Want to see him?
Just a nose at the moment.
He's sleeping. He's genuinely sleeping already. Okay, who's put this question?
Rose. No. The closest I've been to being levitated by a demon is being picked up by my angry mother.
Oh, wow. Hello.
I'm messing. She's a delight.
I've met your mother. What? What?
But yeah, so as I said, so the 14th will be either Burn at Arms or Kenneth. 24th will be either Kenneth or Burn at Arms. So, and then we can look at returning to Krakatoa December, January time. Also, hopefully get that abandoned hospital in Aberdeen. There's also that's Rose again. Yes, I'd probably fall under that category. Yes.
Hey, you move. Please move.
Have you guys experienced things moving or opening items or dolls?
Dolls terrify me. Oh my god, I do not fuck with dolls. Oh god.
I don't think I mean, we've got footage of a door moving, but I mean, it's moving slightly, and it could just be a draft. So I've not classified it as anything else. So, but we haven't had the joy of having something thrown at us or anything like that yet. Fingers crossed. Oh, this one's for Michaela.
Yes, I've heard of Annabelle. Like, oh, I hate it. I made the mistake. I went to see Annabelle in the cinema with my mom when that came out, and oh.
I take it you mean the real Annabelle and not the movie.
Well, yeah, I've heard of the real Annabelle as well.
Yeah, no, I'm just. But yeah, there's also. Is it Peter? Peter the doll?
Robert.
Robert. There you go. I knew it was just an everyday name, but I just couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
Robert the doll. Yeah.
Oh, they're just too creepy. They're just too creepy.
No. We use spirit boxes, digital recorders, powerless, and sometimes we use our REM pods and EMFs can be used to communicate yes or no.
I am going to be getting my hands on some of those flashing like cat toy balls though.
Yes.
They like really fun to try.
Well, I had some, but someone decided to eat them.
Oreo, no. Sad dog.
I caught a shadow figure walking past a doorway on a static camera. I have been physically touched, punched, bear hugged, and scratched. Andy has been punched repeatedly during an investigation. And once I stopped that, we started the investigation. But no, he turned around and said that he was. How did you say it was?
I don't know. It's like quite a sharp sort of pain at the time.
I think, if I remember rightly, you indicated it was very static, like electric shocks.
Yeah, like the other way you can kind of describe it was like a spasm or something at the same time. It was just, it's kind of a weird feeling to describe.
That's so strange.
I think that was at Krakatoa.
Yeah, it was Krakatoa.
It was in the alley beside it when I was just standing there.
Yeah, that was before we even started the investigation. But if for all those paranormal enthusiasts watching who don't want to fork out hundreds of pounds for a Boo Bear, if you buy those cat toys, you can get 3 for a couple of pounds, and you can go and get a teddy from a charity shop for 50p to a pound. You can slice open the hands, stick the balls in, and sew it up, and you've got your very own Boo Bear. So that's, I don't know why people fork out so much money for Boo Bears when it's so easy to just make one for a couple of pound.
Yeah.
Ridiculous prices.
Oh yeah, I mean, I considered it myself, especially after Kenneth, and the reason why is because Boo Bear is more, it's a trigger object for children, and in Kenneth we believe we got in contact with a child spirit. So got anything to add to that, Andy? You just kind of,
I don't like Knaff.
I know you don't like Kenneth. Although I do have one question. You don't like Kenneth. You have made it abundantly clear that you didn't want to go back. And if anything, between this podcast and the last podcast, you have been very much pushing for Kenneth. Why?
One, Thomas can go back.
All right,
You're
so
trying to drop him
you're
off back
two.
home.
I want, like, after what had happened there,
yeah.
Excuse the French, I want to see what else the fuckers have got.
Okay.
I will explain later, Michaela.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I suppose with it being that was your first ever investigation, so I can understand now that you're a bit more. We've been out, we've experienced a lot. Now you're more likely to, you want to go back with the experience and see what's what. So I can see that.
Yeah.
Just remember to bring your big boy pants.
I've got the guard dog. You're the guard dog, are you?
So, where any other locations like inside, outside Scotland? Just
you do have another question. Somewhere here.
what? Our names?
Yes.
I'm Stephen.
I'm pure fucking Scottish.
He's Andy.
And I'm Michaela.
He takes my name away from me.
I think yours. I think we've all got our names except for you.
You're right. They need to change so that when the subtitles are gone, they can
Yeah.
understand. Thank God, my leg. So, Stephen, what's your dream location to investigate?
Dream location. I'd
Anywhere in the world.
see. There's a few places in America that I would love to do. But one place in Britain that, there's two places. There's 30 East Drive.
Oh.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
That seems to
Pretty
that
notorious.
a lot of paranormal investigators. Hi, Siobhan. What was I saying?
Their East Drive.
30 East Drive. It seems to be a lot of paranormal investigators seem to want to do that and seem to be investigating 30 East Drive. Plus, I believe it's closer than it is further. I think I'd have to find out exactly where 30 East Drive is. But I've heard about it, and I've heard people going on about it.
We were talking about Edinburgh earlier.
Yes, the Edinburgh dungeon, the Edinburgh Vaults, I believe they're called. Yes, I do want to do the Edinburgh Vaults. But again, money, money, money.
One day.
And there's a place in like more south of England called the Ramsgate Inn.
I've heard of that place too.
I wouldn't mind doing that. Although I would not do a Zach. Basically, the Ramsgate Inn reportedly has, and I quote, an incubus. And Zach from Ghost Adventures went in and he's like, oh, I'm going to, come on, incubus, come on, incubus, come on, incubus. Because basically it's a sex demon. But there's a succubus, which is a female sex demon, and an incubus, which is a male sex demon.
Good for him, he wasn't picky.
So yeah, there's a few places still. There's a lot of places that I would like to do, like any hospital, psychiatric unit, anything.
I would love to know this story about the ghost dog. Oh my God. I've never seen a ghost dog, but I'd love to.
That's Siobhan.
We need to find out more about that one.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just say, I've seen a ghost dog, like, any detail.
Julie couldn't go in the vaults. Why not? Claustrophobia?
You kind of just have to like not think about it, right? Like
yeah.
No. Bye, Andy.
Oh, he's got kids, so maybe one of them have gotten up.
No, maybe.
So that's sometimes happens. He just kind of turns off his camera and goes and sorts. But no, so Um,
Bless.
Thank you, Siobhan. But I mean, anybody can do it if they just, that's. It's certainly if it's. I would say it's certainly something that you should try. I think you should always try and if you've got an interest in it, then do it. There's no point avoiding it or like putting it off. You just, that's what I did. I held off. I was like, oh, I would really like to do that, and then just waited and waited, and then I finally went, you know what, I could do it, and I went out and I bought the basic equipment, and I did it, and that was years ago. So
Well, that's basically what I did as well. I was like, oh, why don't we just get some cheap stuff and just go out to these places that we know, like we've had experiences here. Let's like actually try and get evidence of it. Like,
we've come across gifted individuals, empaths, psychics, and so many more synonyms that I just can't think. Psychics, empaths,
sensitives.
yeah, people who are sensitive to the
Umbrella.
paranormal. So, but I mean, some people do see stuff who. Oh, good night, Donna. Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your supper.
But I mean, I personally wouldn't say that I have a gift when it comes to the paranormal field. What about you, Andy? Would you?
Nope.
I mean, we've had a psychic who indicated that there was something that Andy had something, but we've not explored that further or anything into that.
You definitely should.
But I mean, like I've had, I at the beginning of Friends of the Other Side, I put out like feelers for sensitives, empaths, psychics, and came across a psychic, and we were speaking, and that was fine. And I was like, "Do you want to help? Come on investigations and help, and this and next thing." And basically, everything fell apart because she found out that I wasn't psychic or sensitive or anything like that, and she made it perfectly clear that people like me shouldn't be allowed in the paranormal field, and that she was going to go out her way to start up her own team of psychics and not use any equipment. And I was like, well,
that kind of defeats the purpose, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just thinking, how is that supposed to? I mean, can you imagine them recording and them just going, "We're in a room. There is something here. Thank you. Good night."
yeah, you need the equipment. Like, it needs to be backed up by science.
Exactly. Andy, you've got a question.
I'm good. Cheers. That's all I can say, man. I'm good.
Well, no need to chat. No need to talk our ears off. God.
Well, I'm trying to do this, and I've got a dog eating me and give my dead leg.
He's a
It's
good
hard
boy.
work.
He's a good boy.
He's nay.
Yes.
He's really nay. You have seen the faces he's pulling at me. Look, you come and say hello, fat boy. Come on.
Everybody wants to see the dog.
Come here.
Yes. This is somebody called Valerie Wilson. And I'm guessing she's talking about the psychic that we were talking about. Yeah. I blocked her and just let her get on about her business, but I can't say I've heard of her since. So I'm guessing she didn't really do anything with it.
Look, you can say hello now. You're famous.
Good evening, Oreo.
You know something? I need to change my name to pure fucking Scottish and Oreo.
Yeah, you do.
Or just and Co.
No, and Oreo.
Okay.
You're not getting your Scooby.
But I want Scooby. Come on.
Does this look like a Scooby to you?
You don't have a
Or
Scooby?
do you look like a biscuit?
Oh, so cute.
It's alright, you sit and watch these now. He's just sitting watching now.
Yeah.
Adorable. Oh my god. I cannot.
You wouldn't be saying that if you met him. Just ask Stephen. No, that's just hurt my feelings.
People want to see the dog.
Whoever says that just hurt my feelings.
That would be Valerie Wilson.
Right, that's it. I'm gone. See you later.
Just leave Oreo. Just leave Oreo. Can finish the podcast with us.
He probably would.
We'd probably get more out of him.
Aye, as soon as he sees your face, he'll be growling at you.
Yeah, he does not like me.
Oh,
He's scared of folk.
bless him.
When he was a pup,
Why?
some random picked him up. And he just doesn't like people since, so.
Oh, that's understandable.
But he's a really sweetheart, really. Are you?
He looks it.
Oh, monster. Evil dog. What's that?
That is Valerie Wilson.
Is she Irish?
I don't know.
You Irish?
Maybe she thinks you're Irish, which would make no sense, being that it says Scottish. But
I mean, I could be Irish if you wanted. But I don't think it would last long. The ginger kind of gives it away.
so, I'm trying to think what else we've got.
Well, for Michaela, what's the most... How am I going to say this? What's the most paranormal activity you've experienced yourself?
That's...
Shut up.
I've had quite a few over the course of my whole life. I've maybe it was when I was younger. It was the first ghost I ever saw. I was only 6, but it was after my granddad died. And it was a few months after that, and I was upstairs in my granny's spare room. I can't remember what I was doing. I was like coloring in or, doing a little 6-year-old dance, like some 6-year-old activities, And I looked in the TV, which was not on, and I saw him, like I saw my granddad sitting there clear as day in the TV in the chair behind me. I've never ran out of a room so fast in my life.
We get a lot of stories a bit like that. I mean, both Lynn and John, when we were speaking to them, and they said that when their mother passed, they both woke up and she was at the foot of their bed.
It's like they just come to check in. Like, I fully believe that.
So yeah, that seems like a relative visiting seems to be quite a common occurrence.
Mm-hmm. But like without relatives, without any of that, there was a place my mum used to work in Keith. It was another bar. As I'm telling, like seriously, like all these bars, it's always the bars that are the most haunted, right?
A lot
like
of bars seem to be haunted.
There's one in Keith as well at the bottom of the street called the Railway Club. And there's a female ghost in there that likes to sing. And when I was old enough and I got a job cleaning there, I'd hear her singing all the time, all the time. It was amazing. Like it was never anything malevolent, like it was just sort of like a hello, like it's just me, I'm here for the morning, like go and turn the music on just to hear her singing. It was amazing. It was so cool.
So, out of curiosity, do you know which song or what era the songs were from that was sung mainly?
No, like you could never really make out the words, it was just, you could just definitely tell, like, there's a lady singing upstairs, like,
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. Always hold that experience so close to me because it was just like, she's just vibing, like,
So was it always
to hear the music.
Was it always like the same sort of time of day, or was it just whenever sort of thing?
It was usually just like if there was people in, because like whenever we went in after hours to like clean or whatever, we'd always have music playing, and sometimes she was loud enough to hear above the music. That was how, like, because my mom never believed me because she'd never heard her, even though she used to work there. And I was like, no, I swear to God, I swear to God. And there was one night she came down to help me, and I was like, oh, there she goes, turn the music right down, and she just carried on singing. And oh, my mom's face just dropped, just like pure white, like, oh shit, like, yeah, okay, I hear her. It's good. It was amazing.
It's the first I've heard of that.
I've never gone back there since I got my own equipment, but I'd definitely love to at some point.
Yeah, you stink.
This is Valerie again. Yeah, I would say you can certainly feel if when there's something there.
So it's all energy, and
yeah,
everyone's sensitive to it in some way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, like I've been attacked and this, so it's easy to feel, but you get the, like the hair standing up on the back of your neck, or, this, you can feel the static.
Mm-hmm.
Well, That's the podcast officially been an hour long.
Oh my goodness. Let's go.
You kept me on for an hour. That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's a personal question. Oh, you mean paranormal wise?
Jesus Christ.
This is what you've got to put up with, Michaela. It gets worse in person.
I have 2 boxes. One of divine protection and one of spiritual protection. In the divine protection, I have crucifixes on necklaces, big crucifix, and holy water, all of which have been blessed by the church. And in the spiritual protection, I have crystals. That's for tourmaline and other crystals for healing and protection. What about you, Michaela? What do you have that's specific to you?
I've got an amber necklace and an amber bracelet because amber is very good for protection as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll usually just like mark myself with the pentagram for protection too. Sometimes with an oil, sometimes just a quick, we'll do it because I'm very spiritual. I'm not a Christian or anything. I'm very much spiritual side of things. Sometimes I'll have like white quartz or something just in my pocket. Sometimes I'll make a charm bag. It just depends really, but yeah.
It depends on the location.
Always got to be careful when you're messing with this stuff because
Yeah.
I don't want anything following me home. Sorry, Andy. I'm
It's
sure Thomas
fine.
is lovely. But
He is. It's my good buddy now. Me and him has been mates for about a year now. He only plays with the phone now and then now.
but it's time to go home, Thomas. Like, go away. No, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You've got to protect yourself.
Yeah, I tend while on investigations, I don't tend to have anything on me or near me because I don't want like that protection at all times because I want I want the spirit to interact. If the spirit wants to scratch or whatever, then let him or her. I'm fine with that. I can do the whole blessings and cleansing and everything after the investigation. But during the investigation, I tend not to have anything on me, just in case it repels any spirits.
You're on your own there. See, yeah, no imps needed. No, thank you. Only things allowed in this house are the spirits I invite into this house. Nothing better be following me home.
Yeah, but the thing is, this was first ever investigation with Stephen. And then
you lived and learned.
we didn't know anything until it was a couple of days after everything started playing up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it took a couple of days before you phoned me up and was like, "There's something weird going on." How many weeks was it after the investigation where Thomas spoke to you via your phone while you were driving?
I think it was about 2-3 weeks. So again, it would just be on the phone mount, and at the time I had the Samsung, and I'd never set up that Bixby thing.
Yeah.
I'd never ever set it up because I don't really use it. But then all of a sudden, it was working like Bixby was working, and then there was proper sentences coming through on the phone. So like, hello, how are you sort of thing.
Yeah.
So some of them were just really random words just dotted about. Other times it was like full blown sentences. And it's just literally my phone. Stephen will be my witness because nobody believes me when I say this one. He was in my house and it was sitting on the arm of this chair. And all of a sudden my phone lit up and started a sentence.
Yeah.
Nobody believes me on that one, but I'm so glad that Stephen was there because he witnessed it.
Yeah. And it was your phone just there, and was it takeaway we were getting, and the door went, and your phone went. Who's that?
Yeah.
Like, that is so intelligent. That's so intelligent.
So yeah, it's. But I mean, things have been quiet on that front, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like I say, with this phone, I've only had it a couple of weeks, but nothing's really happened to it apart from today with the like I don't know if you've got iPhone, but basically if you're in an accident or you press and hold the button for too long, it'll start a emergency call with a countdown timer and everything. And the phone had been sitting there for about 5 minutes, then all of a sudden this emergency countdown timer started out of nowhere.
That
So my attitude was like, oh shit, I better turn it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's random
Maybe
stuff, but
So
it
it's still
always seems
going
to be
on.
with the phone. Yeah, it only ever seems to be with the phone.
well, he knows it works.
So yeah, it's good fun. Get some good conversations.
To be honest, I mean, if you think about it, we've got in touch with Thomas using Parallels, which is on the phone.
Yeah,
So
but that's what I'm saying. Like, my phone didn't have Parallels on it at the time, so it was just weird how we was using your phone for Parallels
yeah, but it's your
and it's
phone.
my phone.
It's great. It's a great story, honestly.
But it's like with Steven, sometimes he gets a bit hyped up, and he was getting so much responses. Steven, get your pussy off the screen. He wasn't thinking of what was happening around him.
Listen, we had Oreo's time. It's the cat's time now.
No, cats are
We
horrible.
love all animals in this house. Let's go.
But yeah, so he was getting so hyped up, and he was using Parallels going around. I was obviously filming him, and because I was skeptic to begin with, it was a case of the name Thomas came up, and then we got the number 10, and Stephen didn't think anything of it, and I don't know why. Just something in my brain says count the graves. So as we was walking, I was counting these graves, and 10th one along was a Thomas, and I didn't say anything to you at the time, did I?
No.
I think it was like just after we stopped filming or something. I says to him, but ever since then, stuff's been happening to the phones and everything like that.
It's great though.
So yeah, I think that's one of the other reasons I want to go back to Knef is just to see what other sort of stuff we can experience there. And like I say, there was something that was unusual that happened there that I don't really talk about, but I want to see what happens there.
It was clearly enough to turn you from a skeptic to a believer. So
Yeah, and like I say, I says to Stephen, I don't trust this Parallels app or anything like that.
Yep.
that's what I said.
But the stuff that was coming through in the Parallels app, it had meaning to me, and Stephen kind of knew at the time, but it just kind of bypassed him at the time as well. Because he didn't think about that side of it. And I was just sitting there and I was like, something's not right here, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I need to do something. So yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. With Kenneth, I'm thinking, let's not do 6 to 6. The reason we were doing 6 to 6 was because we wanted to do it was our first filmed investigation, so we needed time to set up and check everything and all that. We don't need that time to sort everything now. So, what time do you think we should? What time do you think we should start?
To be honest, I think we can sort that out later on.
Okay.
Wait until we get like the actual like when we know, when we're going, we can figure out like when we're going. Like,
yeah. There's no point trying to discuss it now. Just we'll do it later.
You're going to have to look for your clothing for the investigation.
I know what it is.
It's funny you told me you didn't.
There.
Why
am I the only one in uniform?
Because
I don't have mine yet.
Good excuse. My excuse is even better.
What's that?
CBA.
Oh well.
I was out in the rain with the dog, so I couldn't bother sitting in my clothes. So
okay, fair enough.
Don't start with me, boy. You'll meet a Scottish psychopath. But yeah, I think chat lines went quiet.
Yep.
It's been over an hour.
It's an hour and 12 minutes.
I think we're good.
I think so. I think people have asked. People have come on and spoken. They've said what they wanted to say. So,
who was it that was new here? Was it Siobhan?
Siobhan, yes. Well, it was. She put, my name is Rose, and then she changed it to Siobhan.
Okay. But no, basically, if you're new here, just like the Facebook page, and then you can get notifications of the next podcast.
Yep. Follow us, as well as Facebook. We have also been streaming live on YouTube. So, feel free to follow us on YouTube. Just look for Paranormal Nights, and you're looking for the 3 red ghosts. Like and subscribe on YouTube so that you can be up to date with all our investigations.
Will we be doing another one of these before the 14th?
It's possible. It's sort of a case of, if something comes up and we're like, let's just do a Q&A, just so that we keep, people engaged.
What I think we should do is, Stephen, if you try and organise one with, is it Adam you says at the start?
Adam Ramos, yeah.
If you try and organise one with him in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, I can do that.
At least then he's got a lot more experience as well, that it'd be good to hear what he's got to say as well.
Okay. I'll definitely give him a talk to and see when.
And I definitely won't be on that one.
Why?
An hour's too long for me. No 3 hours.
No, I don't think we'll do 3 hours.
Andy is desperate to get away right now.
No, just what I
There's,
did like.
there's a reason that he likes being behind the camera. You know, I try getting about maybe 5-10 minutes of footage of him in front of the camera per investigation, but I think I've only managed that once.
Not even that. You got about 2 minutes.
Krakatoa. I think
2 minutes.
was it 2 minutes?
Aye.
So yeah. I had you record like in front of the camera for Kenneth, but I cut it.
Aye.
I can't remember why.
To tell you to.
Did you? All right. Well, there you go. But no. I'll speak. Are you open, Michaela? Are you up for being a regular host on these podcasts?
I guess. I've got the hang of
It's
on.
not. I guess it's. Hell yes.
Okay, then hell yes, sure.
There we go. There's the spirit.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Why
I'll
not?
I'll have to double check and see how many people we can get on at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 10.
I think it's something like 6.
Okay.
I think I can get 6 people on, but
Steven, what are you doing?
checking something. See, that one says 5 to 13 participants.
Dude,
Jeez.
you can check this later.
No, but yes. So, I'll keep Michaela. I'll keep you updated on what's happening.
Yeah, no worries.
And if I get Adam to come on, I'll find out what time and everything. See when he's. The thing is, there's a lot of people that I'm going to be bringing onto these podcasts that live in America, and they're 6 hours behind us.
Yeah, that time zone difference, yo.
So there's times in which we will have to be on the podcast will have to be about this time. Maybe sometimes I'll have to be on later. But I mean, if it's too late, just say that's too late for me and I'll solo it. So obviously if Andy's working, he can't come on. So I'll give you times and dates of podcasts, and if you can make it, brilliant. If you can't, what's up?
None. Nothing.
Am I repeating myself?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that.
How
Okay.
long are you going for this?
Okay, we'll speak to you later. We've been friends of the other side, and this has been the Power Number 9 podcast. I've been Stephen.
I'll be Andy.
Happy Michaela.